Mitsurugi Jones. Hey guys, Mitsurugi Jones back again with another video. Today we are going to be playing Iratus, Lord of the Dead. Today we have decided to become a summoner rock star with lots of endearing fans here, and I guess they're advertising other games in here, but we're just going to go ahead and give this game a shot. So we'll go start game, new game, choose difficulty, tutorial, cakewalk, more pain. I have played this game, full disclosure. I've beat it up to this level, but since it's early access, this is as far as you can go. Now, they just did release a patch, and there is a new minion in it, so I wanted to come back and take a look, and I figured I'd share it with you this time around, since there's apparently going to be a little bit more to it now. Okay, so, if I remember correctly, first thing I want to do is I want to spend my talents. Now, I don't go for these trees so much. These are like spells that you can cast during battles. This is what I normally go for, the Alchemy. And the reason I go for this is increases your chance of receiving parts at the end of a battle by 10%. That's useful. Increase the amount of Architect Souls. Allow the conversion of parts and items into mana. Allow you to replace parts in a minion. Okay, so this is going to be important, but not right away. We're going to go with this one first, and you will see why in a little bit. You have minions that you create. Now, you start with 4, but if you want to create another one, you come over to the creation. Before I get into that, though, I'm going to go over here to my artifacts and equip the one item they normally give you. Enemies have a chance of going insane if sanity is 85% or less. So we're going to go ahead and put that one on. Looks like we got a pendant this time.
Fetching.
It is very fetching on you. Although it doesn't actually show it on you, does it? Nope. Negatory. That's a shame. But okay. Anyway, there we go. Now we are actually going to go ahead and create some minions. You create minions by giving body parts. Okay? So as you can see here, if I wanted to create this skeleton, I would need a skull, some bones, some armor, and a weapon. And that's what you have over here on your right side panel. Now you start off with a bunch of ordinary stuff, and as you go on, you will get, let's see, uncommon, rare, and legendary. And it is color-coded for your ease of use. Okay, now I have unlocked quite a few of these. Where is the new one? There's the Black Widow. So what do I need to do? Complete the game on more pain or higher. Well, that's what we're on. So hopefully we will do that during this series. Now, let's take a look at what we need in our graveyard over here. Our graveyard is filled with buildings. They all do a little bit different things, but the most important thing right now is going to be your mortuary, because this is where your creatures heal up in between battles. It's where they gain their vigor. So let's see. I need, in order to upgrade it to more than one slot, I need this character right here. Is that a... can't remember the name of it. A ghost, maybe? Let's go over here. It's this one right here. It's a Wrath, or Wraith, I guess. However you want to pronounce it. Anyway, so basically you hit fill. It'll automatically put those pieces in instead of you having to take each one and put it down there. Now you can do that if you have higher tier parts. Like if you had a higher skull, you could, or I'm sorry, they don't use skulls. If you had higher rags, you could put them there. That's why they allow you to do that. But if you just hit go fill, it will go ahead and do that. I'm going to go ahead and craft him up.
Sinking feeling in my putrefied gut.
I don't know. I don't know why you have that sinking feeling in your putrefied guts. Okay, so I need to upgrade it. So, oops, I don't have enough of the architect. So, architect pieces. We'll get some in the next round. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move this guy over here. I guess we'll go with the team we got. Actually, I kind of want... this guy will be okay for a tank right now. I'm not a huge fan of the zombie. So I'm going to create... let's see if I remember right. Is this the one I want? I want to look at his abilities so I make sure it's the one I want. That one's okay. Come over here. I think this one would probably be better for now. Or this one is actually quite nice as well. I think I'll go with this one actually. So I'm going to go ahead and fill that up. Craft that fine fellow there.
Use that against my enemies.
And close this menu out. I'm going to switch that out with the zombie because I'm not a huge fan of them. In fact, if I remember right, no, that's not what I want. One of these you can unlock with a zombie. So we might as well just get rid of them now if we can. Which one is it? Not that one. Not that one. Not that one. Oh, that's a shame. I guess either I was wrong or they've changed it. Yep. I don't see it anywhere, so we're going to go ahead and skip that part now and just go into the first battle. So let's go to our dungeon map. The kingdom... The kingdom had need of vast riches buried beneath the castle. Great veins of iron that promised to fuel conquest after conquest, along with ancient artifacts from a long-forgotten age. The dwarves were eager to offer their services in this project, bringing their untested mining equipment and experimental concoctions for the promise of wealth. They only needed bodies that could obey and that the humans could provide. While dungeons filled to the brim with both criminals and rebels, there is no shortage of slaves to work these mines. Drugs were used to keep them docile as they dug deeper and deeper year after year, unaware of the mortal danger that awaited them below, which I'm assuming I'm that mortal danger. So here we go. We start off the map. It looks a little bit different. Not quite all that much. I think it started in the middle anyway. So we'll go ahead and go to our first battle. We got to choose our team because you got 4 teams that you can work with, which you won't fill up for a while, but we'll go with team number 1. And the characters I have are Born from Rage. Yes, you are. Okay, so you got your Dark Knight, which is kind of a tank. You got your Blood Phantom here, which is nice, and you'll see him in a little bit. Skeleton, he's an okay tank. He's an okay damage dealer. He's nothing hot. Let me tell you that. And this is one of my favorite ones here. She's the bride of me, but you can make multiple of them. So she lives to serve at your pleasure or leisure, as the case may be. So we are going to go ahead and do Think of Him, which gives her a buff. The bride gains 6 attack and 6 dread until the battle ends. So we're going to go ahead and do that straight off. It only works on her. See, she only thinks of you. I will shoot out their eyes so that only I can look upon you. Oh, that's very nice. Okay, so what do we got here? Smite, We're going to go with Show Them Their Place and Knock Them. This is going to be similar if you've ever played... Oh, let's see. What was the name of that game? Darkest Dungeon. Except for you play the bad guys in this one. So basically a lot of it has to do with movement up the line. You have these certain abilities. Those are the only ones you use. And if you use them in the right combinations, you can kill or drive them insane by taking away their morale, which is this purple bar underneath here. So I'm going to go ahead and knock this guy back. And since I hit him, he'll go ahead and move. Now you can see I have moved as well. So you will see a lot of movement in this game. Hopefully we can keep the tank up front as much as humanly possible. So we're going to do this one because it will ignite the character, which deals damage over time as well as the initial damage. So we're going to go ahead and hit this fellow right here. And he's going to catch on fire, which is not very fun for him. Now, to get him back into first place, we're going to go ahead and do this Unfeeling Aggression. And we missed one, but we got one of them, and we are back to the front of the line. Now, it's just like Darkest Dungeon in the way that only certain characters can only hit certain areas of your party character. So let's see. Will that show? I don't think that shows here. Hunky. Okay, whatever you say, buddy. Okay, so let's go ahead and take a shot at this guy. We're going to try and kill him off first.
One more for the stock.
Wow. Dear Lord. You are not joking around, are you? Okay. So, as you can see, there is physical damage. You can also do dread damage, which I don't see. Stance gains 8 armor. No, that's not what I want. Buff target. No, that's not what I want. I'm just going to go ahead and hit. Until we get to the point where you can see where you kind of drag at their insanity, we're just going to keep doing physical damage. And then I'll show you the other one. So, that's physical. That's a stress attack. Okay, so here we go. We can stress attack. Now, this one, as you can see, I can't mouse on it because I have to be over this button, but it says Hollow Stare. You can see the skulls and the helmets. So it shows where you can use that skill on the left with your skulls. So you'd have to be in the first 3 spots. The first 3 spots. And then you can only use it on the first 3 spots of their team. Fortunately, they only have 2. You can also move your characters if you need to, but that's not super important now. I believe if it affects only one, you get to pick one of the 3 helmets. If it would affect more than one, you would see a line through the helmets, and I will show you that once we get a creature that will do that. So, but for now, just to show you, I'm going to go ahead and hit this guy, and we'll try and drive him insane if we can. You can see Insanity has all kinds of nice effects. We're going to catch you on fire if we can, and you will be dead. And you get some nice little effects as they start to die. They get a little bit more bloody. Okay, we are going to hit you, knock you in the back. And you are just burning still. Oh, that's not fun. And since they did a critical, they get a little bit healed of their sanity. So we're going to quit the insanity plea right now. We're just going to go ahead and straight out kill these guys. You'll get to see people go insane eventually. Now, see, right there, you can see where the helmets, there's a line through it. That means it hits everyone in their line. So I'm going to go ahead and do that now. Since I have the, I think this is called Rage, which is this outside burning line here. The blue is your mana in the middle. Does it say? I'm pretty sure it's Rage. But it could be a different name. So we're going to go ahead and set you on fire again. Or continue to keep you on fire. Okay, and Smite will do that one. He attacks twice. And then we'll just go ahead and put an arrow through your heart. And that would be the first one. So this one so far has been a cakewalk, but it gets hard. Here are the body parts that you grab. First you get your Architect's Souls through battle. So I don't think we've got enough to build that second slot yet, but that's okay. And you can see other things like you get mana or a brain. The brain, I like that, 30 IQ. Okay, so we're going to hit X and we'll show you what the brain's all about. I like that little loading icon. It's quite nice. Now you saw they healed. First of all, they weren't down anything, but they will heal a little bit if they're just hanging out in these slots. But this will heal them full in one turn. So you want to go ahead and put your people in here. That's why I want to unlock at least one more, because these guys aren't too badly injured, but sometimes you'll have the whole party will hurt. So you want to kind of get people thrown in here to take care of them. So with the IQ and the body parts, we got to get out of this menu. So we're going to right click on him, and you can see this brain here. The little yellow icon was just to indicate that it's a new piece. So I'm going to go ahead and put that brain into this creature. Replace the current item? Yes, we will go ahead and do that. So now, essentially what I've done is I've leveled him up to level 3. Now they'll level up naturally themselves. Their little piddly 10% brain will go up to 20 IQ and then 30 IQ. But if you need to level up somebody quickly, I normally save them, and then as my people die off, you can replace the minion that you want because you like the skills that they have, but you can put a higher brain in them so you don't lose levels as much. So let's go ahead and take care of him. As you can see here, there are different options. Like for this particular skill here, you can see this does it's a physical attack. It deals 50% or 67 damage. 6 to 7 damage. Deals additional damage equal to 50%, 6, of the sum of the Dark Knight's armor and resistance. Okay? You go over here, and you can see it deals 75%, which is 9 to 10 damage. Deals an additional amount of 6. Okay? Or over here, it's still 50% right here, but deals additional damage equal to 75%, or 9, of the sum total of the Dark Knight's armor and resistance. Also, the line that you got here, so if I were to pick this one, I would get what it says there, plus I would get one of these armors, which is basically a free physical attack avoidance. Or, if I were to pick this one, I'm going to get 3 plus attack. I think, since he's going to be a tank, I'm going to go ahead and do this one here.
My enemies are in for a nasty surprise.
And, you know, he gets his little commentary in. It's quite nice. Okay, this is initiative, aim, dread. When we got aim, this one here is a magical. Basically, it's magical armor shell of 1. So if one of their people hits you with a spell, this will negate that for 1 time. Dread, initiative, and armor. Okay, and you can't do this one until you've got a couple of these filled up. So what do I want to do next? What does he use more? He uses this and this, so I'm going to do that first. More initiative? Nah, I'm going to go with more attack for that one there. And you can change your name if you want. So if you want, you can call this, for instance, Sparky. I don't know. Oops, got the cap locks on. That looks weird. Sparky. Oops, missing the K. Sparky. I like Sparky. Sparky is my friend. I'll just hit enter, and that'll be his name from now on. This, my friends, is level 3 Sparky. Okay, so since I don't have enough to build that building, do I want to make a better creature? Well, I think since I can't use him to upgrade, I don't know if I want to do that, quite frankly. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create another creature here, because I'm not a huge fan of these guys. I mean, they're okay, but they're just not really one of my favorites. So I either want a lynch, a shade, or a mummy. I think I'm going to go with... Let's see, what's the shade do again? I can't remember. That one's my favorite of his. Dark Cloud is quite nice. What's this one got here? That one's actually pretty good too. And he's the only one I think who does actually some physical damage as well on top of the Dread. So we are going to take him actually. Mummy. Okay, so I think I'm going to make that. So I'm going to fill that up there.
Easier to make my enemies unlucky than being lucky myself.
Gotcha. Okay, so also something that you can do if you need to, and I often do, is go over here to your Alchemy screen. Now you can see here that you can upgrade your parts. So if I were to click on armor, I would go ahead and you can put in the pieces that you want, but I find it just handy to go ahead and hit fill and then craft. And I don't have a second one, so I can't upgrade it any further. I'm going to go ahead and upgrade all this stuff because I don't really care for the common stuff. There we go. Just to kind of do it quickly, I'm going to double click it over and over again until it's all crafted up. Now you may find that you want to keep some of the pieces. That one's out. And that will be it for that one. But I have a tendency to just upgrade
successful alchemy
until I can't anymore.
Ugh.
But sometimes that means you'll be missing pieces for specific creatures. So you may not want to do that. But it's just kind of my strategy, the way I do things. As the battles go on, you will see that you'll get quite a few more of these things. And that's one of the reasons why I spent my talents in getting the extra 10%. So I got my full team. Let's continue to move on. So we got a quest, an event requiring the participation of Iratus himself or the current battle group. Or grave, an ancient tomb containing dormant minions awaiting their time, which means basically you get a free character or you can do a quest and possibly get something out of it. It's also important because you cannot go backwards. You cannot go backwards. I can't emphasize that enough. You cannot go backwards. So whatever path you choose, you got to take that path. And you can't go back. So let's say I chose this path here, doing all these right here. I get here, I have to go up. I cannot go back down. Okay, so basically you either get this line or you get this line. You can't have both. And I think what I want to do is this line here. I think I like this path better. That's got a quest in it, which is okay. That would be healing, and there's another branch here. But I think I'd much... Oh, well, that's actually pretty good there. What do we got? Are we going to miss that altogether? No, we're okay with that. We're going to take this one. This is the quickest path. This is much longer if you want to take around. I don't know. They're probably about the same. But I'm going to take this path because I want to grab this extra minion here. We will choose battle group number 1. I don't believe that there's any kind of event that would hurt you. Ooh, look at that. I'm going to take the Bone Golem. I think that's what it's called. Yeah, Bone Golem. Okay. And he will be our number 2 tank guy. We'll fill this tree up later. So, onto these ugly mugs. I think I'll probably go through the first level of the dungeon, and then we'll probably end the video. I believe that there's only 3. You get the humans, and then I believe it's the dwarves, and then I think you get to the... I want to say it's the elves, but we'll see that in video number 3, I guess. Okay, so I can go ahead and light somebody on fire. Who would I like to light on fire? Well, they all have fire on them. So, always do this first for her, or almost always. So she gets the extra buff at the beginning of the battle. I don't believe I pointed it out before, but basically you have your basic initiatives tree here, so you get to see which characters are going to go next. If you highlight on them, as you can see, they will be highlighted down below as well. So, here's our tank. We're going to take a swing out of you. And it's kind of funny. He's got that nice little hole in his chest of the armor. Because, you know, basically he's just a spirit with a bunch of armor on. I mean, if he's a spirit, I don't know why he needs armor, but it makes sense in the game. Shh, don't tell no one. Okay, so that's actual... That will pull somebody closer to me, which isn't super important right now. Stress attack. I did kind of want to show you a little bit of the stress attack. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and stress this guy out. Oops. The first two. We're going to try and stress this guy out. Oh, it worked for both of them. Just so you can see what that looks like. So I'm going to kill this guy as quickly as humanly possible. Just so I can get one less person swinging a hammer at me. And that was the block there. You can see right here on your character underneath, he's got one magic block there. Now he had one physical block, but when it said block and the shield came up, that's basically what was going on. So, I can do physical damage to these two. No, that's not what I want. That's a buff. I don't really want that right now. And physical attack. So we're going to do that and try and kill this guy right here.
This is my kind of entertainment.
Done and done. And now we have the mummy up front, which is something you don't really want to see too often. But lucky, that helped him out quite a bit. Now we're going to use this blade to go back up front with our tank. And it might take a while for us to get this guy down. Hopefully, once we get down to about there, it's a good chance he'll go insane. That's stress attack too, so let's go ahead and do that. Oh, it's invalid target, huh? Stance. Each time an enemy receives the buff. That's not really all that helpful. This is what you want right here, hollow stare. Okay, so he's gone insane now. Now, if you have played the Darkest Dungeon, you know what that sort of means. Basically, it means he might pass, he might attack you like normal, he might pass, or he might actually damage one of his fellows. Now, in order for him to damage one of his fellows, he pretty much has to be behind him. I don't think I have anything that will knock him back. But if we keep going at him with the stress, she doesn't have any stress, so we're going to hit this guy here and knight him. If we keep going with the stress, he might die of a heart attack. Warning shot. Okay, so we like this one here because it'll knock him back and give him even more stress. And that was a critical. So he is stressed out, this guy right here. Now he might hit this guy in front of him. He might die of a heart attack. If I hit him with another stress attack, there's a good chance he's going to die straight out of a heart attack. And that's pretty much what it is that we're trying. Now, see, he betrayed his friend there, his burning friend. He must have thought it was hellfire. So we're going to go ahead and curse. We're going to hit him again. Oops, can't hit that guy. Bummer. He's too far away. Oh, that stresses them all out. So let's try that one.
Antediluvian evil comes for you.
So now we have two of them that are insane. And if you mouse over the little buffs down here at their feet, you can see what it is that they're doing. They're going to take care of this guy for me. Look at that. Nice. And that is the power of stress. Now, generally, when you're playing this, you're going to have two different teams. Your teams will either be a stress-based team or a physical team. You can mix it, but the specialties are especially nice. Okay, support all enemies lose 12 vigor. Dark Knight recovers. Okay, so if I do this, they're all going to get hurt, and I'm going to suck up that damage right through the hole in my chest. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. Now, some of those you have to have this rage here. This burning bar needs to be filled up a certain amount in order for you to do those attacks. Other times they'll be grayed out just because they're not in the proper position to do it. But I'm going to go ahead and catch you on fire. Because you're a little bit more sane than your friend there. And this one can do physical attack too. Oh, no. I'm in the wrong spot for that. So I'm just going to go ahead. Is there something that backs him up? Removes all debuffs from allies. Let's do that. And then plus that'll back him up. And now I have no more debuffs on any of my creatures here. I'm actually going to hit you with an arrow. Oh, he had a physical block there. That's okay, we need to get rid of it anyway. So his friend could put the pickaxe in his back. And then we'll go through that. And that. And when Mr. Mummy comes again, I should be able to give this guy a heart attack, hopefully, anyway. He looks like he could do it too, so let's do that.
Ashes to
There
ashes,
he went.
dust
Death.
to dust.
I like killing him that way. I don't think it gives you any extra body parts, but it should. Because if somebody had a heart attack, you'd think you'd be able to get everything but the heart. And even maybe the heart, who knows? Just because it had an attack doesn't mean it's not worthy anymore. We are actually trying to physical damage him. I don't have anything physical that I can use right here, so we'll just go ahead and give it a little stress. But it's only going to take one shot to kill him with physical, so we're going to go ahead and do that. Plus, like I said, I don't think it actually affects the pieces that you get. So, we should have enough now to upgrade that one structure for ourselves. Okay, see, you can see, I put him in there, he gained 39 hit points instead of just a couple of them. So we're going to go in here, go here, and yes, I have enough of the architectural points, so we are going to sacrifice you, my friend. I apologize.
The dead don't get to rest.
Nope, it's the truth. I'm actually going to level her up before I put her in there. Now, what do I want? I would like initiative, but I'm going to go with aim first, because she has a tendency to miss. I think it's a she. I guess you can't really tell. It's a non-binary blood phantasm. So we're going to go in here now. We're going to pull out our skeleton. We're going to put in her. And we're going to put in him. And then, just so we can kind of get a good idea of it, I'm going to take her, put her over here. First of all, I'm going to level her up. The locket +2. You know what? I'm going to do that because she can get hurt. And magic, when she's on the back line, is what most of their minions will do to hurt her. Not all of them, but we'll go ahead and close that up. And I wanted to take a look at her hit points. Information, abilities, upgrades. Oh, it says it right over here. Okay, so 60 out of 75. I'm going to try and come back. I'm going to try to remember that number. I'm going to try and come back and see what it is that she'll heal up normally when she's just sitting in this bar here, as opposed to when somebody goes in there. I am going to actually, because we're still doing kind of weak minions, I'm going to go ahead and go with that for a tank. Let's see what else I can make. That guy's a good second. It's always good to have a second one of her. I already have one of them. I don't need one of them. So I'm going to go with the Lynch. And you can see that it's used some better parts for this creature. So I'm going to go ahead and craft that.
Might I use this one sparingly if I care for my minions?
Okay, so I'm going to click this. I'm actually going to change this guy's name. We're going to go with Dead Bob. If anyone has ever gone to the Renaissance Fair, they may be familiar with the name Dead Bob. He's a ventriloquist with a skeleton dummy. He's actually quite funny, although it's been quite a few years, admittedly, since I've seen it. I'm not even sure he's still with it. What else? We want... You know what? I think what we're going to do is that. I don't really want a second mummy. I'm not really all that fond of this one either, but... Magic. Okay, that's stress. That's physical, and that's physical, if I'm not mistaken. Physical. Yeah, he's pretty much all physical. What do I want to do? I guess we'll put the zombie in there. We'll go with that team for now. Go in here. You know what? Actually, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to come over here, create another creature. Let's get the skeleton out of here. We will since he does some stress, we'll have 2 stress. We'll have 2 stress and 2 physical. Because these are physical damages, right? Yeah, damage. Okay. That's physical damage. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to fill up this slot here with the mummy, which can do some stress damage.
They will carry the curse of my tomb to the world.
That should be okay. And the reason I do that is because this skeleton can be used to upgrade something else. What is it? This one here? Nope, that's not what I want. This one right here. So we're going to go ahead and upgrade this building. So we'll put our skeleton in there.
The excavation is far too extensive. No, this was not the result of a battle.
So each minion exploring the ancient burial ground finds a random part. So I'm going to go ahead and put him in there since he doesn't need healing. He's just kind of taking a small break. He needs a smoke break, that fellow. We'll go down here. We'll move up to the next one. Got to pick your party. I wonder if you can go all the way up here. Select a boon. Okay, after killing an enemy with a critical hit, a minion gains 1 experience. Iratus gains 50 additional experience for each escaped enemy. And minions gain luck, accuracy, and evasion. We'll go ahead and do that.
I can use this.
Okay, then we'll attack this fellow. And we got our nice little undead mob here. The aesthetics are quite nice. I mean, it's an enjoyable little game here. Tactical retreat? No, I'm not doing that. Okay. And as you can see, as you get further, as you get closer to the entrance to your underground cavern, the enemies become more difficult. You start to see more of a variety of them. Like this guy here, here's the upgraded version. Instead of a hunky, which I don't know who named it, but Elite Hunky is next. And there's our Taskmaster. Now he pretty much stands around and whips these dudes. You'll get to see it. I don't need to explain that to you. Magic deals damage 115% to a random enemy. We'll just go ahead and do that. Ignition, huh? That'll catch them on fire. Oh, but it will. It'll burn your people too. So we really don't want to do that one. We definitely don't want to kill an ally. So we're gonna go ahead and do the 1 random damage. I could have swore to God. Oh, this is what I'm looking for. Okay, so do I want to deal? He already kind of hurts his own people, so I'm going to do physical damage this round. And I want you to come up front if I can get you up here. Of course I can't. It's quite a fun game. If you enjoyed Darkest Dungeon, it's right up your alley. It's basically you're just playing the bad guys instead of the good guys. I believe it is still in early access, so they got a new character out, but not all characters are available. I'm going to go ahead and put more powder in here. So basically it's going to do extra damage the next time he hits somebody. Skip turn because he was frozen. Now he whips them and it gives them a buff. And he gave his own little buff to himself. Ooh, don't hurt my friend. He's my friend. He's very sensitive. So the buff is plus 20 accuracy. Huh? I don't like that either. And he is in the wrong position in order to do the thing I want him to do, I think. Yeah, he can't cast that all the way back here. So that's why we're going to just do physical damage for now. So I don't want to waste the turn to send him up 1. Okay, physical damage to you. Unfortunately, pulls him up to the front of the line, but it's no huge deal. And then I'm going to do the cannonball attack, which is quite a bit of damage. I'm going to do it to you and knock you back.
Maybe I'll craft this one into furniture.
Well, I think they may have buffed this guy a little bit. Because I don't know if nobody else liked him, but he didn't used to do that much damage, I guarantee you that. Okay, so, curse. I don't have any debuffs on me. This curses everybody, so let's go ahead and do that. He's in a position now where we can. I like that. That's one of my favorite looking ones. Only ashes remain. And since you guys are going to play, we're going to do a little bit more of that. We want to move
strength through pain.
Oh, that is not what I wanted. Oh well. Okay. Now I feel like the music is way too low. So I think I'm going to try and fix that for you guys right now. Go to options so you can at least hear some of it. Music volume. Before it was way loud. Do that. Hopefully that'll work. Because I recorded this video once and it was way too loud. And I tested it out again and it seemed just right. But I didn't test it actual in level, and you guys probably want to hear the music a little bit anyway. And that's a decent amount of damage still. Let's knock him back. Put the thief in the first slot. I think we might decide to use this guy a little bit more often now. And that's one of those, like you put a trap on the ground, it's one of those movement things. So you, anytime you move that character, it's going to hurt. Now, typically they're going to do things to move you as well, so you got to watch out for that. He can't actually do any physical damage. So, let's do the ray again. I like
Give them no mercy.
And that knocked two of them into insanity, way quick. And then I'm going to do this bombardment here. And the bone golem finally gets a chance. Now, when you are playing the Bone Golem, be very careful, because one of them destroys him outright. Okay, there you go. The Golem can't miss with this attack, and it dies after using it. So, essentially, he blows up and does a pretty big amount of damage to the first two units. So you really want to stay away from that one as much as humanly possible. Buffs the target with 2 physical block, and the Golem loses 25 hit points. There's one right here. This is what I want. Nefarious Engine, which basically gives him a little bit more hit points. He picks up bones from the ground and puts them in his body, which is nice.
As worthless as you were in life, you will be worth something in death.
As you can tell by some of the other games I played, this game is right down my alley. I really like the strategic games. Normally I play more card game oriented ones, but I really like this one too. Let's do that to you. Drive you nuts. Alright, well that was nice, but not as nice as this one. So we're going to go ahead and do this one. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I would have remembered if he did that much damage before. And now you can finally attack. Let's take a swipe at this guy.
Being born was your first mistake. Opposing me? Your last.
And here, well, we can finally use it now that it's almost too late. But since he is already a little bit stress damaged, we'll go ahead and do that. Now every time he sends that funk in my green funk, essentially he's going to go a little bit more insane. I think it lasts for 2 turns if I'm not mistaken. I guess bombard, since you don't really have any other options. Oh, that's right. I have to click on you. And let's see if we can give you a heart attack straight out. Nope, didn't work that time. And we'll hit you. Probably should have healed him a little bit there. That's okay, he's going into the cryogenic chamber when we get home anyway, so... Whoever gets there first. Whether he has a heart attack or we kill him with our bony hands. Dear God, what is going on? He got super lucky. Since this is random, it should. For the love of God. There we go. Finally. Good job, fella. I'm proud of you.
My will is a tide that
You certainly have been doing a lot better for me. I guess I'm going to have to keep you around. We'll have to come up with a name for that fellow. I'll tell you what, if you, in the comments below, if you come up with a name, actually, if you use a bunch of names in the comment sections, I'll go ahead and name my characters those so we can have actual names instead of zombie and mummy. But right now, we need to heal. So, oh wait, we wanted to check that, didn't we? We decided to check that. Okay, so what was she at? 60, I think, before? And now she's 67, so only 7 hit points was healed instead of the full gambit here. So we're going to put our Bone Golem away since he's having some issues. And you have some self-esteem issues as well. So we're going to take Zombie Fellow. We're going to put him over here in the bar for now. We have 2 mummies, and we don't need that many mummies. So, there's somebody in excavation, so we're going to put that. He's our tank. That one will work out, and that will work out perfectly. Both these guys are pretty much on the outs right now. But you have full hit points, so we'll put you in there. Okay, and since I don't really need another creature right now, and we'll just go ahead and go on to the next map part. Okay, so now we're going to get some items. Physical damage increased by 20%. Critical damage increased by 20%. Critical damage received is reduced by 16. Oh, wow. I think I'd rather have more damage to them. Because I have unlimited minions. Well, maybe not unlimited, but you get my drift. Okay, so I have some items. Now they're going to be over here. As you can see, they start to come with all these parts here. I'm going to give that to you, my dear. Or my fellow, whichever you are. Oops, wrong one. Right there. We'll go ahead and do that. We got another talent point. Alchemy. Now that's going to cost 2. So what I'm going to do is now I'm going to do the transportation.
Transformation, the will becomes free.
So that I can actually, if I wanted to, put this heart, like, well, obviously he doesn't have a heart, but like I could put this armor on him right now. Now I'll destroy the other one, but that's okay. And then you can upgrade your minions that way if you'd like, instead of starting them with the parts and then adding the extra brains as time goes on. But we're going to go ahead and move on to the next stage, which is these fellows. So we want this team up one more. Okay. Most of the time they get to go first, which is kind of a shame, but we're going to go do our buff now. I love you, Iratus. Thank you, sweetie. And this one's going to be more of a damage-oriented group, so I probably should have grabbed another damage dealer. We are going to catch you on fire, since you're trying to hang back there. Say right there? It looked like when I moused over it, it said. No? I guess, I don't know what the deal is. Okay. Physical damage, we're going to bring you to the forefront if we can. So hopefully you don't buff all your friends as you burn. And I got enough. Okay, so there it is, right there. But it doesn't say the name. See the little on the bottom right says cost 50 and it's got a little hand? That's this red bar that fills up. So this costs that. So I'm going to go ahead and use that. Because
savor
as you can
these
see,
last few heartbeats.
My sweetie has some skills, as they say. Okay. Now, physical damage is the game, so we're going to do this. And hopefully that means he can't buff any of his fellow friends in there. And they're already turning on each other. Boy, it didn't take long for him to go crazy. Alright, so we're going to hit you, hopefully get you out. And by his next turn, he should be dead. So, these attack the first 2. Why wait till next turn? Oh. And he didn't even burn to death. That's not quite nice. Let's go ahead and kill you now. Now you can see that I couldn't use that because I don't have 50 of this rage or whatever it is. And he killed his buddy. Which kind of sucks because I think I would have gotten experience if I killed him. This one the first 2? This one's the first 2. And this one seems to be going fairly quickly. When you pick one and focus on it, it works out really nicely. If you do criticals and things like that, it will take this purple bar down too. So they'll have a chance to actually die from a heart attack.
Ooh, I hope there will still be enough left to reanimate.
Really do that too often unless you concentrate on stress attacks. But they can this can't get drained by your regular attacks, and then if they can go crazy. Pretty much, as you can see, as you saw with that one fellow, he can go crazy pretty quick. Okay. What do we got here? Alright, so I'm going to go... It's been a while, so I'm going to go over here to Alchemy now. And I'm going to start filling up these things here. Go ahead and make them... That one's it.
It's no goal.
So I can make even better creatures over time. Oh, that one's over. Okay, and as you can see, 2 green turns into a blue, and 2 blue turns into a purple, which is uncommon, rare, and then legendary. Now, some of your minions cost 2 of them, 2 of certain ingredients. So in those cases, sometimes you don't want to upgrade everything, but I just have a tendency to do it, get it out of the way.
Skeleton will clean up this mess later.
And
behold,
because you can always use an uncommon part or one of these crappy parts to start the creature, and then replace it later on. And it looks like I got another talent. So that's only 1 point, so I'm going to wait to get this one down here, which will give me even more chance, 15% chance to gain extra body parts. So let's go here. And for you, my friend, he's kind of weak, so I either want to give him some vigor or I want to give him an armor. Now, does he have? He has 1 of each of those. Or I could give him a little bit more dread.
Serve me well, my minion.
So I think that's what I'm going to use him for in the future. So I'm going to go over here, get these people out. We will put him and him in there to heal up this turn. We'll use that guy as the tank. And I'm going to switch these 2. Now, do you have something? Yes, you do. What about... There's another one of these. Peering into the dark waters, each minion has 20% chance to find a random artifact. So that will probably be my next one. That will take one of these ladies up here. I don't like creating these ones, or I don't like using them, just because I feel really bad. Because they're sort of, like, the rest of them seem to like their servitude. This one here hates it, and she's always talking about it, and I just, you know, I have a big heart for a bad guy in Iratus. So, what do I want here? This guy, he's only got the 1 stress damage. But that's really all you really use him for. I don't know if any of these are really anything that I'm really all that interested in right now. I want 1 of him and 1 of him. I got 2 of those and 1 of those. So I'm going to go ahead and stick with the party I got for now. Till we move up the lines. Oops. I keep doing that. This is the dungeon, my friend. Okay, so party 1. As you strive to return to the surface, you encounter something that gives you pause. A great chasm, seemingly bottomless, blocks the path of your undead host. There are no other routes nearby, so the only path is forward. Forge a bridge using bones from your stockpile, or levitate your minions across with an expensive spell. Lose bones or lose mana. We're going to do that one. Hopefully they don't fall to their deaths. All is possible with magic, but mass flight is still reserved only for archmages. Although you count yourself among them, the spell is very taxing. Using every available arcane shortcut, you carefully levitate your army across, letting those who can already float make the journey on their own. You are left tired, but the chasm is behind you. Okay, did we get anything for that? Nope. Wah, wah, wah. As you can see, not all quests turn out all that great. So we're going to go ahead and go on. This looks like a boss battle. As you can see, they're all sort of gold-plated there. It's an elite squad. I like that background. It's nice. Okay, so these guys are going to be a little bit of an issue. These guys do a nasty little thing where they don't allow you to move very much. I mean, you can move, but then they hit you. So we don't want to... We're going to try and not move as much, and we're going to try and get rid of them first. Okay, so this must be called Rage. Not Rage. We are going to stress you out. Now, anytime somebody moves in that slot, it will hurt for 2 turns, I think. We'll read it next time it comes around. We're going to do some more physical damage to you. I'm going to reach out and touch somebody. What is that? I guess that means it's turn 2. Okay, now she can hit everybody because we have enough wrath. So let's go ahead and do that.
Perish!
I love that one. That's one of my favorite ones in the game. Because sometimes she'll get a crit and it'll just wipe out an entire group. So, that will push him back. So let's go ahead and do that. Oh, I'm sorry. That didn't push back. Okay, we're going to put a fog on this spot too. We really need to try and move some people here. I like them being insane though. That's good times. It's good times to drive the humans insane. Okay. We're going to keep our physical onslaught onto you. Yeah, baby. Little backstabbing. Oh, God, that hurt. Okay, well, you can tell why they're elite. So, what do I want to do? I guess we're going to do this one again. Yeah, we're going to do that one again.
Your frail bodies fail you.
Come on, hit each other. Stop messing with me. Oh, this guy is a hurting unit. Of course you see the end. Let's see. Summons a skeleton. We can't do that right now. Kill an ally. The Lynch and all allies gain 45 hit points if you kill an ally. We're not doing that. We're going to put some more fog down here. As you can see, that's quite useful. Now he has, yeah, this is the one I want. He will cover, plus he'll move up. Hopefully that'll keep them from nailing this guy. Does we have anything that makes them move? No. Only things that make you move. Alright, we're going to catch this fellow on fire next. Oh man, he is not...
My kingdom comes.
He's not doing too well. There's nothing I can do to heal him though, so we're just going to continue trying to do as much damage and get out of this battle as quickly as humanly possible. Come on, hit your friend. Ooh, got lucky with that one. Come on, you can make it. You can make it, dude. Okay, there's one that brings her up to the forefront. Let's do that.
Become part of
Nice.
the breathless tide.
Now, as long as that guy doesn't kill this fellow right here. We'll do this one. Ooh, that was nice. Good chance. Attack. Okay. It's time for you to go, my friend. Die. Come on, kill him. Random. Beautiful. You just saved your ass, buddy.
As your suffering ends.
Okay, so we're starting to get some good... We're starting to get there now. Get some good parts. My people are healing. My people are leveling up. Okay, so... Since you're a tank, we'll go ahead and do that to you. My sweet, sweet bride. This is probably my second favorite one. Plus I don't want her dying. Ooh, that's tough. We'll go with this. We'll make her a damage dealer. Why not? You are hurting units, and you take a lot of damage, so we're going to give you a little bit of health. And then with you, we'll do this one to give you some physical protection. Okay, so these guys are hurting units, so we're going to need a new squad pretty soon here. Let's see what we're working with first. Let's bring everybody out of their hidey holes. Okay, so we got 2 mummies. Let's see, we'll do the tank here. We'll put the zombie here. She probably is okay. So we're going to go over here, put you in there, put you in there. And I want to see if there's anything else that I want. We can make another one of these guys. You haven't seen this one yet. Let's go ahead and do this one. Actually, you know what? Let's do this one because it's more of a physical group. So we're going to go ahead and make this fellow. Hit fill. And remember, if you want, go ahead and leave something in the comments and we'll put their names up here. As long as they're nothing super naughty, we should be able to be okay with it. I just don't want YouTube getting angry with me, but other than that, we'll name them what you want. So to the dungeon. Oh man, I should have saw that coming. Okay, so what we're going to do now is go back in here, pull all of our icky hurt people out. We'll leave those there for now, I guess. So let's pull one. Put them here. I'm going to take her, move her over here. So that's team 3, right? Yeah, we're good there. We'll go back to the map. Take team 3 up here. And give them full health. So, since we're still kind of early on, I think we'll go ahead and use this group for now. Maybe get them some levels. I could just put new brains on them, I guess. Nah, we'll move on. Because it's not an elite battle anyway. And these guys are pretty manageable. This early in the dungeon. Okay, so we get to go first twice. We'll whip each other for a little bit. Alright, what I'm going to do with him, he's good for pulling people. If he wants to, he can move them around with that one there. This is the dual slash. Stress attack to a random enemy. At the beginning of his next action, the headhunter deals 150% of physical damage to any enemy at the marked position. So, let's go ahead and do this. Yeah, that's right, you buddy. You're going down. So now, he will attack this spot. Whoever's in this spot is going to get it. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and give her her buff now. I don't mind lighting some people on fire.
Blow them to pieces!
Okay, so now he's in the stance. I think that's the stance. Whenever a minion moves. Okay, so anytime I move one of my characters, he is going to hit them. So it's important to try and stand perfectly still. I'm going to hit you, since I don't like you. And your silly penis hat. Okay, we are going to... no, because the headhunter's going to hurt him, so we're going to do this. Oh! He took one for the team, I guess. Okay, so, headhunter, where are you at? Boy, that's a long time. He's really slow. I hate getting my hands dirty. Yeah, well, apparently you're whipping everybody up to the front. We're going to do this to everybody.
Ah, your frail bodies fail you.
We are going to keep up with you. Oh. Okay. Is this the one that shoots everybody? No, magic attack deals. No, that's not it. Buckshot. I could have swore there was one. Okay. Well, we're going to go ahead and do this. We want you two on fire. This guy should be gone. What happened? Oh, they pulled him out of his stance. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and do. We're going to pull you forward. Which kills you anyway. Death by hook. Okay. Let's move you back. Oh, redirect, I forgot. Body, my love. Yeah, don't scar her up, dude. Of course, I could just replace her with other parts, I guess. That's a nice little heal there when he gets when you get the wrath going for him. I'm gonna set you two on fire. Everybody's on fire. I'm not complaining. Okay. Wait. Let's pull you forward. that's not cool. I guess you didn't appreciate getting lit on fire. That should die.
Good, good. More materials. Ooh, I didn't think it would be this easy.
You'd think you'd be damaging the merchandise with fire. Yeah, I knew there was something that did multiples. How come it doesn't show on the actual menu, though? Maybe I wasn't looking at it properly. Okay, so we are going to... Actually, we're just going to do this. Oh, come on. Seriously? Ooh, it's a good thing I moved the zombie. You are dead, my friend. And there it is, damage A-team.
Mop up the gore. Might hate to see
It did take quite a bit of damage, though.
it as fertilizer.
Not everything smells like roses. But we did get a level up here, which is nice. So, we'll do more to your aim, since it seems like you're having some issues with that, my friend. My friends. Nothing too new, nothing I'm all that interested in right now. Okay. So, you, and you cannot be hurt, my darling, my sweetie. So, we'll put these guys over here, let them chill, and we'll just use this team for now. We do have somebody in that, right? Okay. I'm trying to think if there's anything else I want right now. This one's actually nice to have, and that one only costs a skeleton, so let's see what we got here. And I can't make a skeleton. What I need, bones, armor. So I don't have the armor. I have these bones that I can use. I have that, so I don't want to upgrade those. So I'm going to need a piece of armor, and that's it. So we're going to wait till we get an armor, and then we'll be able to open that one up. So we'll go ahead and use team number 3 here. Uh-oh. This, I can sacrifice a minion and get things out of. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get my lowest one. I'm going to go back in here, go back to the map. Then I'm going to take this team up here and sacrifice the guy. I'll put you in there, buddy. Sorry, fella. And what did that give me? It gave me a golden tooth, etched bones, an ear necklace. I think I only get to pick one. At the start of combat, all enemies lose 1 block and 1 ward. That's one-time use. Magical damage increase. Magical damage received is reduced. Accuracy or luck. I'm going to take that one, and we're going to give it to our archer, because we really like it when she kicks ass and takes names. So we'll move on here. We'll get to see our first wizard. And he will catch your guys on fire, so you gotta keep an eye on him. She's kind of a pain in the buttocks as well. But these two guys are not that bad. So we are gonna say... Oh, they got wards. Well, we're gonna have to get rid of them sooner or later, so let's go ahead and start now. Bone Golem. Is there something that moves him forward? Definitely not self-destruct. Let's just do this one here. And like I said, we'll go ahead and get rid of those quick. Every attack against the target is a critical hit. Oh, nobody likes that. We're going to poison you. Oh, well, the good thing is the cloud gets to stay, so. And do we want to stress attack? Let's stress attack you. Come on, buddy. Hold in there. This apparently is their fast team, because they're hopping around all over the place. Okay. So that's the random enemy. That is a buff. Doesn't stack. Command Undead buff. Ally gain plus 14. How do I remember that one? Let's go ahead and do that. Oh, okay, so you get to pick one and then move forward. So we're going to have to move you forward. You're really supposed to be up there anyway. Okay, now. I know. Okay, hit you. He was asleep and he still blocked you. Okay, now let's do this now for you. That way each of you get a little bit of love. Hit for you. Ooh, I like that extra buff. Hit for you.
Brave are an excellent source of fresh corpses.
He got a critical. No fun. Okay, so let's see what else we got here. Mark of Retribution. No, we don't want that one. Physical attack. Attacks twice, dead 100%. Okay, we're going to do that one to you. Yes. That's really good. Normally he lights me on fire by now. Okay, well it doesn't really matter which one you're going to hurt. I'll take either one. Oh, he's looking like he's in bad shape. Okay, we're going to hit you. Or not hit you, as the case may be. Physical damage, we pull you up front. Dear God. That's right, he gave himself more buff. That's what he's been doing. He's been hiding back there, giving himself little shieldies.
Terror will overflow.
Ooh. That was a critical because it went through. As you can see, he had a magic block damage, but if you get a crit, it doesn't work. He's not going to last it. Now, this video looks like it is going, it's been going on for quite some time. And YouTube seems to be having an issue with my super long videos. I'm having some issues with that, so I think I'm going to go ahead and end it right after this battle, and we'll continue part 2 on our quest for the Black Widow Woman. Come on, fella. Physical damage? Wow, that crit really helped. He's still got a block on him. Oh! Don't do it. Don't kill him. Alright, since it's a random enemy, it doesn't matter. And yes, I cannot. I like your attitude, friend. You're gonna go far in this undead army.
A predictable outcome.
Okay. As you can see, that is going to be the end of this episode. I really appreciate you watching. Now remember, go ahead and leave in the comments if you want to, different names, and I'll start to name some of the creatures. You can even, say, oh, Bone Golem, and this is a good name for that specific type, and we'll name one of them that if you put it down in the comments. Also, please subscribe, like, and share. I appreciate your time, guys. Mitsurugi Jones. We will check you guys next time. Well, it's a hoot and a boot and a skippy, and a hoot and a boot and a bow, and a hoot and a boot and a skippy, and a hippy down too. It's a hoot and a boot and a skippy, and a hoot and a boot and a bow, and a hoot and a boot and a skippy, and a hippy down too.